The roots of one of ShelbyKY's most popular restaurants trace back to the 1800s. The Bell House, located on the historic Main Street of Shelbyville, is named for the bell created by William Kay and Company nearly 200 years ago. It was made in Louisville and originally perched on top of the Shelbyville firehouse. The house in question was built in 1902, a residence to the Smith family for nearly 4 decades, before it was sold to Guy Downs Realty and the Armstrong Agency, who used it for office space. The bell still hadn't gotten in front of the property at this point, but it would 10 years later when the firehouse needed renovations. A city council member named James Hackworth suggested this space as its new home, and it's been stationed in this spot ever since. The final piece of the puzzle was the restaurant, which came to be in 2007 when Robert and Sue Andriott purchased and restored the building. They envisioned this would become a gathering place for friends and family with excellent food being served. It's safe to say that that dream has become reality.
It's less businessy feel and more welcoming feel than when you come to the Bell House. We have I will say my staff is great. It's a lot of hard workers that enjoy taking care of the customers, and I think that's different than a lot of restaurants. A lot of times it's looked at as just my job. I'm doing it, I'm going home. At Bell House, it's more of we enjoy what we're doing, and we love the family aspect as well as the way we come together with the customers.
Well, first of all, we use all fresh ingredients. Nothing's really frozen. Everything down to our dressings, even our whipped cream and our caramel sauce and our chocolate sauce for our desserts. And then as far as that separates us, and also the personality of the business. We're like a family here, and I think the customers can feel that when they come in, and I think that's what keeps them coming back.
Most of the other restaurants I've worked at, we didn't really do a lot of on-hand butchering. Here, we fillet our fish fresh, we do our ribeye, we do fillets, we trim our pork loins, we do a lot of butchery here. I've also learned, at some of the other restaurants I've worked at, some things aren't prepared, all homemade.
One of the most popular dishes here is something you may not consider a Kentucky specialty, the salmon.
One that I'm probably the most proud of as in recent months is our salmon, because I just keep upping the quality of it, and it is a delicious dish. I'm not a huge salmon person on the typical, but our salmon I eat pretty regularly because it's that good, and a lot of my staff eats it pretty regularly because it's that good.
Find anything on the menu, salmon or not, and you're bound to enjoy a special lunch or dinner, or dessert, with a coconut cream pie being an especially tasty treat.
One thing is they really like the coconut cream pie. They say, the owner, he loves the coconut cream pie, and he always gets that and compliments it every time he comes in.
Definitely our coconut cream pie, I think, is one of our signature dishes. Everybody says it's like their grandma's, even better. So that always is a good thing when I hear that. It takes them back to their childhood or, something they ate, and it brings back good memories.
I homemake all the cakes, the doughs, everything. That's what really sets it for me. It's just homemade and it's good. I think one thing I've mastered is getting the cakes just right, leveling them off, icing them really good. I've learned a lot that here. I did it at school, but here I've really kind of refined that.
Everything made here ties back to the expertise of executive chef Brent Evans, whose years of training and leading this kitchen yield consistently great meals.
Went to Sullivan University. After that, I went to Stonehearth Restaurant and Catering, worked there for 4 years. After that, then I went back to Sullivan, worked for 4.5 years at Sullivan in the Gardner Point. Then I heard about the executive chef spot opening up at Bell House through a friend through church. They got me in contact. I did an interview and ended up taking the spot, and it's been nothing but good ever since.
He's taught me a lot. Like, I've done, a few things for caterings. Like, I work with the caterings, and he's taught me a lot there. How they work, and I help with the prep sometimes. So he's taught me that, a few things. I remember he taught me how to shape the fruit for a nice fruit bowl, make swans out of an apple.
From the expertly made food to the classic charm only the Bell House can create, this reaches far beyond Shelbyville to garner loyal, passionate customers. As long as the bell here keeps ringing, people will continue gathering here and loving every second.
One of my favorite things that I've heard from customers is sometimes we'll be back there, I'll be cooking, at nighttime I'll be searing a steak, and a customer will come back there that had just gotten a steak and be like, that was the most amazing steak I've ever had, or whatever it could be. They'll come back there and they'll stop by, stick their hand out and give us a thumb out and be like, that was the most amazing meal I've ever had. You could be tired and you hear that and it ready to go again.
Everybody says, but it's a hidden gem. I've lived here my whole life, and I'm 25 years old, and I only heard about this place because I came to work here, 7.5 years ago. So I feel like I missed out on that, and I feel like I love that I've been able to experience, all the things that we've been able to do. Kind of feels like you're at your mom's house or your grandma's house.
Crazy thing is, I went to DC with a friend recently, and the woman used to live in Lexington, and she knew about the Bell House. Right now she lives in Virginia, but it was crazy to me that the one person my friend's family brought to lunch knew about the Bell House, and I had never met her before or anything, so that was really cool. I think that was awesome. It was unexpected.
One of the best compliments is when a kid is in here eating and telling you it's the best that they've ever eaten. I've gotten it with pasta or pizza. Kids are picky, and so when you have kids telling you it's the best, and and they're another thing is their kids are normally honest. So when they're telling you something, then you know that they truly think it. So I think my best compliment is when it comes from kids. I've shed a few tears with a few customers before when they were talking about someone that had passed on, and it made them think of them, and they would get teary-eyed, and I'd get teary-eyed with them a little bit. So that's another huge compliment, or just people saying it's the best one I've had. Obviously, they're not gonna lie if they say it's the best one they've had.